We're the Wild Center, this is Lunchtime Live. We're talking about nature and exciting wildlife. Encounters with otters and owls too, from Tupper Lake right to you. Learn about the plants and trees, there's so much to explore and see. Lunchtime Live, it's time to start the show. From the Wild Center, here we go.
Hi there, welcome to Lunchtime Live. My name is Shannon and I am an educator at the Wild Center. And today is a very special episode of Lunchtime Live because it is Field Trip Friday. And for today's edition of Field Trip Friday, I am above the clouds. So I'm currently up on Whiteface Mountain, which is the 5th tallest mountain here in New York State. And as I pan around, you can see that, yes, it is very sunny as I'm squinting, but lots of clouds in the background as well. And actually right here behind me, there you go, is the weather station. So that is kind of the iconic marker of the top of Whiteface Mountain. But you can see a really cool view on this beautiful sunny day. As the 5th tallest mountain in New York State, Whiteface stands 4,867 feet above sea level and is easily recognized by the Atmospheric Science Research Center's, or ASRC's, field station that sits at the top. Whiteface is also well known for its ski slopes. Here is a look at Little Whiteface, which is just below the summit and where many of those slopes are located. Now, I have hiked Whiteface several times, and I fully expected to be engulfed in clouds at the summit on this day, since the forecast was cloudy, and I even began my hike in the clouds. The trail I hiked took me up Marble Mountain, where I was completely in the clouds at a lower elevation, but much to my surprise, as I continued to hike upwards, the skies cleared and the temperature actually increased. What we are seeing at the top of Whiteface today is called a cloud inversion, or a temperature inversion, and it occurs when the air near the ground is cooler than the air above it. Normally, air temperature decreases with an increase in altitude. So typically, when you hike a mountain, it is warmer at the trailhead than at the summit, and as you climb higher in elevation, you can feel the temperature drop. But that was not the case here. The air above the cloud inversion is actually significantly warmer than the air below it. Inversions are most likely to occur in winter when there is high atmospheric pressure and little to no winds, which was the case on this day. They are best viewed early in the day, just after the sunrise, but I thought it was still quite breathtaking when I was viewing it at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. In fact, we had almost an entire week of cloud inversions after this one that I viewed on January 5th. The ASRC, in partnership with the Wild Center, captured some amazing time-lapse videos of this phenomenon. If you're interested in checking it out, the link will be in the comments of this video. Now, cloud inversion aside, I hiked Whiteface today to talk about some other features that you can find just below alpine summits. So let's head there next. So I'm just below the summit of Whiteface Mountain, and I'm currently in a section of forest known as Krumholz. And that simply translates to stunted growth or twisted, gnarly trees. So these trees, just due to the impact of the wind up here on the summits, as well as the cold temperature, never fully grow to their full size. So I am taller than most of the trees in this section, and I stand at 5'5", so most of these trees are anywhere between 3 and 6 feet tall, whereas normally they would grow much taller. Krumholz is a German word where Krumm means crooked, bent, or twisted, and Holz means wood. So it's simply a type of stunted vegetation that forms in subalpine or subarctic tree lines, shaped by exposure to fierce or freezing winds. The Krumholz usually separate the lower elevation full-grown forests and true alpine summits, like here on Whiteface. Here in the Adirondacks, balsam fir and black spruce are the two most dominant species you will see in this region, standing no more than 8 feet tall and sometimes only about knee height. Many factors affect Krumholz regions, including latitude, elevation, location, temperature, the length of the growing season, the soil, as well as wind, snow, ice, and exposure. Here, the wind and ice will kill the apical or terminal bud, which is the primary growing point at the tip of the stem. So it prevents the tree from growing upwards or vertical and instead causes horizontal growth or stunted growth. Another thing you may notice with these trees is that all of the branches tend to grow on one side of the tree. This is referred to as a flag tree, which are also common just below summits. Flag trees tell you the direction of the prevailing winds because branches can't grow into the alpine wind, especially in winter when the wind carries blasts of gritty ice particles. Branches survive only on the sheltered side of the trunk. Thank you for joining me for Field Trip Friday at the Wild Center. Hopefully you tune in to future episodes of Lunchtime Live where we'll be out and about exploring the 6 million acre Adirondack Park. Until next time.